Hey y'all, Eli with Alchemy Custom Weaponry here with my boss Nick. We are in Nevada, Texas, and we're having a good old time.
Well, we were at the Military Heritage Museum, Heritage Collection here, and we've had a good old time driving Humvees. This Humvee back here. Yeah, we drove that, so you'll see something about it. Maybe you've already seen it come out, us driving around and having a good time. We filmed some other pistols here. We had the high cap full rail, which is out. That's an awesome gun.
Fantastic.
And I mean, that,
shockingly fantastic.
Shocking.
Not that I thought we would do a poor job making a gun, but this gun, I thought, oh well, I've got a high cap. I've shot a high cap a lot. Yeah. This will be just like
another
that.
high cap.
It was not.
No, it was not. I mean, it made me rethink a lot of things. Now, if you like the styling of the original high cap,
which I do
too. It's great. It's not an instead of. It's an in addition to.
It's not so major that it's like,
But it's shot so damn good.
It is a real good shooting gun.
But we also had another release, the second Resto mod for 2024, the Classic Government. And one thing that we haven't heard it yet because we're filming in the past versus the future where you are. But I can guarantee you, once we release this pistol, I'm sure people are clamoring, saying, "Oh, that vintage classic finish. Can I get that on a Prime? Can I get that on a high cap? Can I get that on a Quantico? We will see you on the beaches. We will meet them in we'll meet you in the beach. Yeah, we'll be everywhere." We heard it. But here's the thing. You can.
Yeah.
We're here to tell you the vintage classic finish is something that you can have on any Alchemy in the line.
I think full rail high cap.
Would be
pretty hot. Yeah, it would be pretty hot.
That's gonna be a tough gun. But we have to talk to you about it first.
Yes.
Okay? Because
as we do with all our finishes.
We have to do this with the finishes.
Education.
We got to do some education because the vintage classic finish is something we discovered on the Cabot side of the house.
By accident.
And it turns out amazing. Now, Cabots are stainless steel, where these are 4140. Yep. So we use the same exact process, but we achieve different results because of the underlying material. So if you have a vintage classic that's a Cabot and you get a vintage classic Alchemy, it ain't going to look the same.
No.
It ain't going to look the same. It's because of those material differences. Both sexy.
The vintage classic Cabot is probably one of my favorite Cabots. I actually, it's too much trouble, but I would love to have my Rebellion vintage classic finish. But it is a fantastic looking finish. The prep work is also a little different.
Yes.
On Alchemies and Cabots, of course, and you've already spoken to the carbon versus stainless steel thing. And we kind of held off on doing it on Alchemy. We were like, I don't know. But when I pitched this gun to you,
we had to do it.
Yeah, because I was thinking, well, let's charcoal blue it, and you thought, well, that'd be pretty expensive.
That's going to be a very expensive
So we thought that we would experiment with this, and I remember
love experimenting.
When you first sent we had just a slide, like a trash slide.
Yep.
And we did that in this, and I just was like, send it.
Now. Yes.
Bye.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, and the process is really interesting too. Why don't you talk about that?
Well, it's a very interesting process because it goes through a heat and chemical process that we won't really get into the details of, and then it is an artificial aging process that creates that patina and actually a little bit of a smoother surface on the gun, as if you had been carrying it and shooting it for years and years and years. Like my Type 1 1903 has got that same exact feel on it, where it just smooths the whole thing out. So the finish is very smooth. It is incredibly durable because it is actually the surface layer of steel being changed. What's up? Eyes are up here, buddy. Eyes up here. Anyway, so the finish is very durable because it is a surface level finish. Now, here's the one thing I got to tell you. It is consistently inconsistent.
Right.
Okay? We cannot control this process. So if you say, I want the vintage classic, you get what you get.
Yeah, don't say I don't want it. I want it to look just like Eli's.
It can't.
Because it can't.
It can't.
It might look similar.
It's going to look similar, and it's going to have different levels of use look to it because of the process that we take it through. So understand, it's super durable. We can't redo it. All right, so it's a one-shot deal. It is how it is, and it is going to be consistently inconsistent.
Right.
But if you have all of those things and you understand it,
it's badass.
It's badass.
Now, I do want to make the quick mention, okay, because we are absolutely, and I mean vehemently, against battle-worn finishes, like a battle-worn Cerakote. Now, listen, if you have a battle-worn gun, hey, good on you.
I'm sorry,
This is not
ruin that. Good on you. Yeah.
Well, Yeah, sure.
I am
saying-
highly
listen,
opinionated.
I'm saying
I'm not
that
afraid
because
to
I'm
share it.
Southern and I'm like supposed to be polite.
I'm
right.
from California.
But it kind of sucks. It's kind of, you know, not the greatest. But this is not really it really doesn't give off battle worn.
No.
That's not necessarily, it's almost just like this beautiful gray patinaed look that you're really, I've never really seen on another gun. I mean, even the gun that this was kind of inspired by, that was smoke nitrided by another company. It's completely different. It really doesn't even look the same. I mean,
No.
both of them have gray tones, but other than that, I mean, it
Yeah.
really doesn't look the same.
Yeah, and you're going to get grays, browns, golds,
Yeah.
silvers. There's a lot of different tones from it, just from the vintage classic, and it's because of that, you know, accelerated aging.
Yeah, and so, anyways, that's kind of our synopsis on the vintage classic, because we know you're going to want it. You know, we just know that's going to happen.
Oh, and it's very durable. So as far as care, very easy to care for.
Well, I mean, this gun has literally been in this 1AT like the entire time we've been here in Texas.
Yeah.
In very hot Texas. And I mean, literally
Hot and humid.
That gun looks just like it did when I got
Well,
it.
and it's the same thing is going to go for Kydex. I mean, it's going to take thousands upon thousands of rounds to really make a dent in it. It will eventually.
Wear.
Okay,
Yeah,
it will eventually wear, but it's going to take a long time. If you have it in
it'll
leather,
probably look super gangster.
it's going to look super gangster then. But if you carry it in leather, I mean, it's going to look like that for decades and decades. You'll have a very cool looking gun that's very durable, very impervious to weather conditions and whatnot. The rest of the gun, you definitely want to take care of it. Keep what on it? All. You got to keep all on it. And
spit on her and keep going.
Yep.
And then just to clarify, it will be an additional cost, so don't think that this is going to be a free finish.
No.
That's only bluing is pretty much the only one you get. You get standard, but guess what? You're going to want to pay for it because it looks great.
It looks badass.
And so with that, thank you so much for joining us today. Happy 45 Friday to you.
Yep.
And remember to always carry cocked and locked.